is our graduation. It is a special day. Welcome to our graduation. Let us pray. Dear God, thank you for giving me a mind that can think and a heart that can laugh. Giving me to so above. Amen. 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 Good morning, parents. Good morning. My name is Adrian Kimata. Let's sing the school song.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you here. We started planning this event a while back, and I'm happy that it has come. The day has come. We are all welcome. I know it will go well. I want to take this moment to introduce my deputy, Mr. Willard. Please come in front. We are the ones who are receiving your children. So I want to introduce Mr. Willard, who is my deputy. We are working with him together with the rest of the team. So I want to give him a minute to say good morning to you as we usher in Miss Georgina.
Good morning, parents. Good morning. And good morning, students. I know they are not used to such kind of a voice. Probably this is what they are going to receive once they come here. My name is Mr. Willard. I work together with Mrs. Kisilu to ensure that Kyoto Primary School, Kasuku campus, is on the trajectory. So we are hoping to have you on board, and we will work together just as we have been working together with those who are already on board. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Willard. I know today is a very happy day for all of us. It's not a day to say a lot of things. What I want to say is you might be expecting a few things from us from the primary. I know you have the book list. That's major for us at the moment. But the rest of the things, I know we are going to hold curriculum evenings whereby we'll take you through what happens. And then if you want to inquire about anything, you can always call. We are here to help you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Well done. Let's appreciate the children. Well done, children. Well done, teachers. Good job. Well done.
Today is a memorable day in our lives as graduates. We are so eager to see what goes on in primary school. Start spreading the news. Today we are leaving kindergarten to join first grade. Our teachers have worked hard and are so proud of all of us. So Mrs. Kisilu opened the doors. We are ready for the first grade. To my fellow students, courage is needed as we enter the first grade, where no more snacks will be ever packed in our bags. To our dear teachers, I quote, 100 years from now, it won't matter what kind of car you drove, what kind of house you lived in, and how much money you had in the bank. But the world will be a little better because you are important in the life of a child. Keep loving us. To the school management, you have made Kyoto our second home. We have enjoyed the learning, playing, and of course eating yummy foods. Live long, Kyoto School. Thank you. Good morning, parents. My name is Tina Kasichana. To my ever-cheerful friends, I cannot thank you enough for your involvement and willingness to accept me as your friend. You made the environment welcoming and took me as I am. Thank you for always being kind, helpful, caring, and accommodating. God bless you as you move to the next level of your lives and continue making great impact on other people's lives. Thank you.
Good morning, parents. My name is Kalia Kigen, and I'm going to say a speech. We believe that the aim and benefits of proper education is not restricted to only personal gain, such as being successful in personal and professional life. Instead, it benefits even other people. We therefore thank you, dear teachers, for the support and the patience you have shown throughout the year. You have taken your best effort to turn us into responsible citizens. Teachers, the way you teach, the care you take, the knowledge you share, not to the best teacher. God bless you. Thank you.
My name is Liam Gisemba. Good morning. I am in intermediate 2. Good morning, parents. Today is a memorable day in our lives as graduates. This has been a delight to spend time in Kyoto School. We have worked hard together with our teachers and parents. We have learned how to share, clean up our own mess, taking turns, respecting other opinions, and much more. Above all, I take this chance to appreciate and thank our support staff for the tremendous work that they have done to keep the school environment and habitable. As we leave kindergarten, we would like to encourage you, just as the way Wangari Maathai quoted it. You cannot protect the environment unless you empower people. You inform them and you help them understand that these resources are their own, that they must protect them. Thank you and God bless you.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I'm fine, thank you. I am so delighted to see all of you here. Could you give yourselves a round of applause for coming? Yeah, we're always happy to see you. And isn't it wonderful that we can meet and come and watch our children? Isn't it? Yes, we thank God for this opportunity, for helping us to nurture the children. They are amazing. Aren't your children amazing? I would have thought you'd have shouted a little louder. Yes, they are amazing, and we love them so much, and we're so appreciative of the fact that you've entrusted them to us. And we cannot say thank you enough because we have enjoyed the journey. Of course, there are those who started when they were little in the robin nest and they didn't quite know where they were. And now look at them in their gowns and they're about to graduate. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, so give them a round of applause. Yes, and so we've gathered here to watch them move on in their education life, and we're wishing them all the best. And today, to help us do that, to help us congratulate them, we have a special guest. But before I bring her on, I just want to encourage you parents to keep doing what you're doing. The children teach us many things. They teach us to be more loving, to be more kind. Can you imagine that? Yes, and it's all because of you. So we appreciate you, and we are encouraging you as you move on to primary. I know some of you have older children, and some of you have younger children. And so we're just encouraging you that the journey is on, and the journey will be wonderful. And we are committed to keep providing the best childcare and education to the best of our ability. And we want you to continue working with us, liaising with us, giving us good feedback. Feedback is feedback, good or bad. We learn from it, right? Right? Yeah, so keep them coming. We appreciate that. And so today, I'm sure she's now getting ready. We have a very special guest. She's a lady who's well accomplished. She's recognized both locally and internationally as an entrepreneur and also as in leadership and business. She supports youth and the women, especially women in business. And she's been chairperson and a member of several boards to that effect. So some of you might recognize her. I'm sure I didn't do her justice. She's become our friend today. And so we want to put our hands together for Eva Moriah. Come on, you can do better than that.
Oh my goodness, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Are you having as good a day, a morning as I am having? Thank you so much, Miss Jenny, for your very, very kind invitation. I think this is the happiest day of my life, honestly. Good morning, graduates. Good morning, graduates. And hearty congratulations to you. Parents, help me to celebrate our graduates. Haven't they done amazing? We are so proud of each one of you, each and every single one of you. Happy Wangari Maathai Day. Let's put our hands together for those who have gone ahead of us. I am really honored that the directors of this beautiful, beautiful community found it worthy to include me in this beautiful circle. And I just want to say, Miss Emma, Sir Chris, well done. If this is not the apex of ministry in the marketplace, then what is? I want us to celebrate the community of Kyoto, led by the directors. Please put your hands together. So I don't have too much time. I want to say that I am an entrepreneur. I run a community of businesses under a company called BSD Group. I'm in business and brand advisory and communications. But more than that, I have a very personal relationship with a man called Jesus Christ. And being here and looking at the fundamentals of this school, I am extremely proud that this community celebrates each milestone of the children because of those fundamentals. So children, can we have a little conversation just very quickly? Dear graduates, can you hear me? So today is a very important day. Do you know why it's so important? Can I tell you why it's so important? Because you today become big boys and girls. You will start a new year when you come back to school, and the teachers will expect you to be bigger and better and more confident than today. Do you think you can do that? Now, what that means is that as you move forward, boys and girls, as you move forward, the teachers will be saying to you, you can be anything that you want to be. You can be anything you want to be. How many here want to be teachers like Miss Jenny? Let me see your hands. How many want to be the best teacher that Kenya can have? Wonderful. How many want to be doctors? Let me see the doctors in the house. How many want to be engineers? How many want to be the best chef that can make the best food in the whole wide world? And you can be that and more, all right? But something that I want to remind you, as you move to becoming big boys and big girls, please always remember the golden rule, the golden words. What are the golden words? You will always remember to say, please, may I? Can we say, please, may I? Please, may I? Because when you go into the world that is waiting for you, when you say, please, may I, the world opens up for you. Will you remember that? And when you say, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, the world will open for you. Will you remember to say sorry when something has gone a little wrong? Do you promise your shoshos and your gukas, your grandparents, your parents, your teachers, you'll remember to say that? And another golden word that I want to remind you, big boys and girls, is to say thank you. Will you remember to say thank you? So how many words have we learned that we will need as we become big boys and girls? We will remember to say, please, may I? Can we say that together? Please, may I? Can we say thank you? And can we say, and will we remember to say sorry when things go a little off? Now, I'd like all of you to stand up. Please stand up, graduates. Have you been happy with how mommy and daddy and the friends at home and the grandparents have helped you all along? Boys and girls, have you been grateful for the parents and the daddies and the mummies and everybody who has helped you get here? If you put your certificates on the chair, I want us to say a big thank you to our daddies and mummies. Haven't they done a good job? Let's put our hands together and celebrate our daddies and say, thank you, daddy, thank you, mommy, thank you, grandmommy. Let's clap for them. They're right here. Say thank you to them. Tell them God bless them. Miss Jenny, where is Miss Jenny? I don't know whether sometimes we sing that song that says, Miss Jenny, the song that says, oh, be careful, little hands, what you... Do they know it? Can we sing it together? Yeah, somebody was leading us with the singing. Yeah? Do we know it? Do we know that song? Because when we sing that song, then we will remember to say the golden words of please, may I, thank you, and I'm sorry. All right? Who's going to lead us? Do we have a key? Thank you. Who's going to lead us? Come and sing it with me. Somebody can come with me. Come. Whoever will lead, come stand here with me. Yeah, sure. Come. I have a choir here. Come, Mimi. Come. Whoever knows the song, you come and stand here with me as we sing it. Wonderful. Thank you. Do we have any volunteers from that side? And then we'll sing it. Oh. Daddies and mummies, and you must clap for us when we sing, all right? Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. better than that, parents. Come on. Thank you very much. May the Lord remember that prayer made this morning, that everything that they are about would be lifted up as an offering of praise. So maybe just a couple more minutes. Thank you, graduates. You did very, very well to sing. We must be careful what we are watching at home, listening to, where we go, what we say. I know we are excited about the graduation, but perhaps if you can allow me just speak with the parents 1 minute. Now, today I said is probably one of the happiest days of my life because taking a pause to just be grateful for the milestones. I'm a mother. I have 2 daughters, and Madam Emma was actually a swimming instructor for one of my daughters. My daughter is 29, my older girl is 29 years, and I have a younger one who's 25. And I have a foster who's 21. So I really thank God. But being here this morning, I remember sitting there and enjoying the experience of celebrating the milestones. God's word tells us there is a season and a time for everything under the sun. So this morning, we are graduating, transitioning as graduates, yes, but even as parents. We are moving our parenting skill from where it has been, from 0 to the 6th year, and moving it to another season. I remember growing up, and I had a very, very doting mother. I was born and raised by a single mother and grandparents. My grandparents were very, very present in my life. And my mother never failed to be on the front seat as far back as I can remember. From my kindergarten years into my elementary school, all the way to standard 7. I went through the old system, but don't worry, yes, I am still 28 years old, for those who are trying to work the math. And the opportunity to stand there and sing together with everyone else, my eye would always be looking out for my mother. And may she rest in peace, because those milestone memories catapulted, I am sure, for me to grow in confidence and believe everything that my mother told me I could be. And so I want to say to every parent who has showed up here this morning, this is exactly what God expects you to do, to be vested in your children, because I remember as way back as 5, as 4 maybe, as 6, 7, 8, all the way until I was 13 when we did our CPE, my mother never failed. She was always the first parent to be in the room. Let us be present parents. Let us be there. The children may not be able to say to you how much it means, but you being there for them will show up later. I want to urge parents to have the courage, even as you wonder, what is it going to be when they turn 7? In a lot of the science of early childhood, we know that the early years of a child's life, from 0 to 5 years in Kenya, that's about 6.7 million, or about 14% of our population. And we're about what? Now it's estimated at 55 million. I'm told, we have about 1 million addition every year. That's a huge community of people. There are over 10.9 million children under the age of 8 in Kenya, and the definition of ECD for counties targets children aged 0 to 5 years, inclusive, who number about 6.7 million countrywide. That's a huge generation. So as we move into the season that we are in, thinking about how can we make Kenya better? How can we strengthen? It's not going to be at that political class to fix Kenya. It is at this place. It is at this place. Depositing the right values, speaking affirmation, speaking correct, speaking words of encouragement to them so that they can truly grow into who we know we want to hand Kenya over to. So the question now becomes, as you think about the transition of our children moving into the next bracket beyond the 6-year-old, the anxiety needs to be mitigated by saying, God, give me the courage to be the right parent for the right Kenyan. Do you think we can do that, parents? Give me the courage. Give me the audacity to make the right decisions concerning how to nurture and care. As we move into an election year, what are the conversations your 6-year-olds are hearing you having on the dining table, in the living rooms? Are they hearing you love on Kenya more? Are they hearing you saying, we must do better for Kenya in this sort of way? Because they are impressionable, they are vulnerable, they are going to learn from you. What are they hearing us saying in the living rooms? How are they hearing us affirming one another? Because these are the things that they would then inbuild in character. Do we have the right character to mirror for our children? And the last thing that I want to say is, do we have the right compassion looking through the daily issues, the struggles we are having? How do we wear a lens of compassion so that the things that Kyoto is doing, and you know Kyoto is only one part of it. Really, this parenting is our responsibility. What is it that we are wearing in our hearts and our minds and our attitudes and our behaviors so that we support everything that is the best to give Kenya what it needs? I want to celebrate you parents and to say well done, but I also want to say that this is such a privileged community, Director Emma. In your different spaces as Kenyans, how can we replicate Kyoto at a public level? Do you belong to a community that can speak better for us to improve the system of education in our country? Do you know who your MCA is? Do you know that the early childhood budgets are actually a devolved function? Did you know that? Do you know that when we go out there on August the 9th, the decision you will make around the locational election process speaks into improving the child who will play with your daughter, your son in the neighborhood, the one that they will meet later in life? How can we replicate this mindset and this value system outside of Kyoto? Do you have an opportunity? Do you serve in a business association, in a church community, in a neighborhood community where you can care correct? I want to challenge you as you think about the next few seasons that we are going into as an electing community. But for now, I want to congratulate you, Director Emma and Chris. I want to say that I have not come alone. I have been sent to salute all parents by a dear friend of mine, Flora Motahi, who is the chair of KEPSA and the CEO of Melvin's Tea. Children, because your parents have done very, very good, because they've been wonderful to you, a friend of mine called Flora has given me some lovely Melvin's Tea packages to come along with and say, because the parents have been wonderful, they came on time, they sat with you and did homework, they taught you to rehearse your songs, each one of them will have a little takeaway bag. But because today is also said, yes, let's celebrate Melvin's Tea, we will organize for it, for you all to have a little takeaway bag. But then also because today is International Book Day, what I thought to do is bring some books and my family and BSD group so that each of the classes can have some books to share, and they will read, and we will strengthen literacy, and maybe we can keep exchanging the books so that the 4 classes will have something. So parents, let's be more courageous in the way that we parent, in the way that we engage, in the way that we support. Let us be committed to the value system here, extending it beyond. Let us invest in the capabilities necessary. Bring in your ideas. I'm sure that the school system allows for that. Let us also enhance character. Character not just because Kyoto is investing in the children, but the environment that they are going to now be in because we've closed school. But then let's look at Kenya beyond the Kyoto community. Let's have the compassion to say, if Kyoto can do it right, how can I speak into the neighborhood, into the systems that I don't know where all of you are, but each one of you, 6 degrees of separation, can speak into strengthening something that will correct the experiences of our younger minds so that Kenya is in safer hands. I celebrate all of you. I am so glad to have been here. I am so glad I got to this place because there's a box of tissues. As soon as they started walking in my teeth, like, oh my Lord, what is going on here? But I want to bless you guys and say, well done, keep doing you. This is wonderful. I am so proud of you. God bless you all, and happy International Women's Month for all the she's in the room, but also for all the he for she's, because the month of March is our celebrating month. God bless you, and thank you for your kind attention.
Dan, please come back. Come back. We have something for you. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Eva. Let's appreciate her one more time. And she has come with goodies. These are the kind of guest of honors we like, isn't it? We all love gifts, don't you? Yeah, so karibu tena na tena, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we love guests. And for us, we want to say asante, and we also don't want you to go empty-handed. So we have Bernice here with something for our guest. Bernice, are you ready? Let's appreciate Bernice. Thank you. One more thing. We have Ricky. Ricky, are you ready? Boy child, give the gift, Ricky. He's shy, but it's okay. That's Ricky. Yeah. All right. Boy child, but he's shy, but it's okay. All right, Ricky, thank you. Thank you so much, Eva. Asante and karibu tena na tena. I'm not going to take much of our time. I just want to acknowledge a few special people. We have a PTA class rep for this level. I'm not sure if he's here. I hadn't seen him before. Baba Jason, are you here? I'm not going to embarrass you. There you go. You can just wave at everyone. He's right at the back. So you can have a look at his face. You could, yeah, that's him. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge our directors, our dynamic duo, Madam Emma and Zebusara, as we know him. You can just stand up and wave at the people. Yay, well done, thank you. Okay, I will not ramble on, I promise, but I have an announcement. Mrs. Kisilu had mentioned that we are going to have a curriculum evening to explain what happens at the grade 1. I just want to let you know that we are planning, my team is planning a virtual meeting just to give you an expose on what to expect at the primary section. So it will be about book lists, uniforms, clubs, houses, etc., etc. So we're going to announce that soon. It's going to be virtual, so you don't have to come in. Is that fair enough? Are you going to join in? You promise? Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah. God put you my way, and that I know for sure. Just say the word and I say yes. Just get down on one knee. Legalize somebody. Just marry. Just get down on one knee. Legalize somebody. Just married. Only you.
We've been observing them as they learn, and each of them have been studying out in different ways, and we want to make that shout out. And so I'll start with Zaki Kinda. You can jump over here and show your parents. Yeah, Zaki Kinda was the most consistent. Can you give him a clap? Wonderful. Ivana Mumali, you can go get your gift as you sit, Zaki. Ivana Mumali, show your certificate. And Ivana was the most cheerful. Let's clap for Ivana. Then we have Kalea, Joki.
What is it that you
Talea and
wanna say?
Joki was the most musical. Let's clap for Talea. Then Nyambura Wanyeki, the girl who read the speech, was the most diligent. Let's clap for Nyambura. Then Amari Afra. Amari was the most ambitious. Hey, as you can see. Sorry, Amari. He was the most ambitious. Then we had Tayana Naisula, the most empathetic. Let's clap for Tayana. Wonderful. Aiden. Aiden was the most agile. Clap for Aiden. Wonderful, Aiden. Get your gift. And then we had Arya. Arya was the most energetic, as you can see, the jumping. Well done, Arya. Joshua was the most enthusiastic. Let's clap for him. Wonderful. Ketura was the most diplomatic, as you can see. Wonderful. Clap for her. We had Kiran Jagi, the most considerate. Clap for him. We had Maya Iganji, the most determined. Clap for her. Maya Wavinya, the most focused, as you can see. Alexis, David, the most caring. Wonderful. Let's clap for them. Solaj, Koyaro, the most assertive in our class. Wonderful. Zari, Imora, the most thoughtful. Clap for her. Ricardo Randa, the most charming. This boy makes us laugh and makes us happy in class. Wonderful. Giovanni Gesora, the most outspoken. Wonderful, Giovanni. Did you show your certificate? Hasharan, the most respectful. Wonderful. Hasharan. And Nathan Mwai, the most adventurous. Yes, our gold man in our class. Wonderful. Then Ryan Kiprotich, the most dynamic. Yes, wonderful, Ryan. Naila Waidira, the most optimistic. Wonderful, Naila. Nisi Gedi, the most courteous in class. Yeah. And Taji, the most hard-working boy. Yay, that was intermediate one.
I trust in you. Oh Lord, say it. Oh Lord,
This is intermediate 2.
I trust.
The class with the most boys.
I believe. Say it. Everybody say it. I believe.
Intermediate 2, are you happy you're graduating today? Are you happy? So remember when you're taking a photo, you pose for the photo first, okay?
I can't hear you. Come on,
Alright?
say it. I
So
trust.
we're going to start with Eliana Shiro,
I believe. Say it.
the most
You are
beautiful.
the God of miracles.
Well done, Eliana.
You are the God of wonders. One more time, everybody in the
Smile
building
for
say,
the
so
camera.
long.
And we have Liam Minyoki. Most will tell him something.
Goodbye to my pain.
Liam Minyoki.
So long. Just one more time in the balcony, everybody say it. Say,
Then followed by Ethan Tugi.
bye-bye.
The most venturous. To start a story. Joins in.
Pain and my sorrow.
Well done. Then we have Joel Smith.
Hey,
The most generous boy in my class.
yeah, so long. Hey, so
Liam, take a
long.
photo there.
Yeah, so long. Yeah, so long. Say it, so long. Yeah, so
Then
long.
followed by Miles Okombo.
Sorrow.
The most
To my pain,
quick-witted.
y'all. Goodbye to my
Quick-witted.
trouble.
Photo nicely.
Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye, dear. You
Then
ain't
we
welcome
have
here.
Jaden Derito.
Goodbye, dear.
He is the most
You
he
ain't
is
welcome
well
here.
balanced.
Hey, so long.
He is well balanced.
Yeah, so long.
Then we have Liam December.
Hey, so long.
He is the most
Come on, say it. So
he is
long.
quick-witted as well.
Can hear you say. I can
Good
hear
job,
you
Liam.
say. I
Then we
can
have
hear
Nolan
you say.
Wakushira,
Goodbye to my trouble.
the most thoughtful boy in my class.
Goodbye, y'all. Everybody
Then
ready?
we have Adrian
God,
Kimata,
a miracle, say it. You
the most polished boy.
You are the God of wonders. You are the God of power.
Then I have Ivan Gueth,
I believe,
the
say it.
most compliant. Complies to everything.
Say it, say, I believe.
Then we have Jed Jabali, the most dynamic boy.
Say it, y'all. So long.
Well done. Followed by Aidan Kahiga,
So
the
long.
most obedient boy in my class.
Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my pain, y'all. Somebody wave me bye-bye. Somebody wave me bye-bye. You ain't
Well done,
welcome
Aidan.
here.
Then
You
we
ain't
have
welcome
Jaden
here.
Kenyanjui.
Goodbye to my trouble.
He's the most candid.
To my pain, y'all.
Yes.
I can't hear you up there. Somebody ring it up there.
Then we have Roy Risho.
You are the
He's
God of
very
miracles,
open.
hey.
He'll tell you.
You are the God of wonders.
And then we have Alexander Tao.
God has upon you.
He's the most affectionate.
That's what we can say. I believe.
Smile for the camera.
I believe. Say it.
Awesome, awesome. Then we have Hans Matete, my most obedient boy.
You are the God of wonders.
Well done, boy. And lastly, we have
Upon you.
Courtney Wanjiku, the most brilliant girl in intermediate.
I believe.
Well done, intermediate 2.
Says I'm glad. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. What He says I am. Where He says I'm at.
Of champions, class that has a first lady.
All over the world.
This is the class that has the most enthusiastic.
All over the world.
Well done, Aura.
Lift up your voice.
The next person is Melanie Kimani.
Shine
Melanie Kimani is the most exuberant girl.
Believe
Well
it.
done, Melanie.
Come on, let's go.
Ariana
We
Kemunga
are a chosen
is the
generation.
most
With a
Myron Joki. She's the only helper in class, so she's the most helpful girl. Well done, Myra. Good job. Grace Cavera. As you can see, that's my left. It speaks volumes. She's the most graceful girl. Wait. Give her a round of applause, everyone. tells us she's Italian, Kibali, Osunga. That's nice. She's the most delightful girl. Well done, Sandra. Rene Olimo. Rene. Awesome. She's the most friendly girl. Eda Ongare. Oh, wow. That man is very welcome. She's the most kind girl. Good job. Tia Baba. Good girl. She's the most respectful girl. Tina Kasichana. I don't know about applause. Children are trying their best. She's the most focused girl. Ethan Kamau. Well done, Ethan. He's the most artistic. What your certificate? Show off your certificate. Well done. He's the most artistic. Alvin Degwa. Alvin is the most accommodative boy. Then we have Carl Monkey. This class is full of people who love to smile, yeah? Carl Monkey is the most obedient boy. Sagini Makori. Look at that smile. And I'm not lying. You can see for yourself. He's the most vibrant boy. Liam Cheliot. I'm sorry, I'm just flashed by just He's the most obedient boy. Good job. Sergio. He's the most adventurous boy. Jay Samuel. Woohoo! He's the most friendly. Good job, Jay Samuel. Well done. Alright, we have Destroyer or Lepatek. He's the most entertaining. Good job. We have you up there. Show off your certificate, my dear. Good job. She's the most active. Well done, behind that. But not least, Jason Lodge is the most polite boy I know. Give them a round of applause, girls. Are we happy intermediate 4? Okay. So when I call out your name, you just calm down, get your photo, and then you go and get your part complete. Okay, I'll start with Sheena Wendo. She's the most honest girl. Well done, Sheena Wendo. Second is Zuri Imani, the most humble girl. Well done, Zuri. Stand for the photo, please. Okay. Thank you, Zuri. Katie Mwiti, the most focused girl. Intermediate 4. Of course, everyone is focused, but she's the most focused girl. Thank you, Katie. Karenza Siri, most organized. You love her books. Siri Karenza. Thank you, Siri. Okay, Siri. Janet Tandiwe, most determined girl. Tandiwe, most determined girl. Thanks, Janet, for the photo. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Ivana Okari, most friendly. Everyone loves Ivana. Well done, Ivana. The most friendly girl in our class. Smile. Wow, thank you, Ivana. Next is Kayla Betsy. She's the most caring girl in our class. Well done, Kayla. Thank you. Taraji Bozigori. She's the most compassionate girl. Super, Taraji. Okay, thank you, Taraji. Next is Tando Jelani, most respectful boy in our class. Pose for the picture, Tando. With a smile. Thank you, Tando. Next is Ekai Barmao, most loving. The youngest in our class was most loving boy. Well done, Ekai. Please hold your certificate nicely. Okay, thank you, Ekai. Andrew Blue, most sincere, very sincere. Thank you, Andrew. Pose for the picture, Andrew. Okay, thank you. Miles Mwangi, the most determined boy in our class. Well done, Mwangi. Next is Jelani Ochola, most kind. Sorry, most accent Jelani for the picture. Well done, Jelani. Next is Miles Obrenda. He's the most energetic boy. Super. Thank you. Next is Ivan, most musical. He plays the musical very well. Thank you, Ian. Next is Henry Chong, most athletic boy. He enjoys football, every kind of game you give him. Thank you, Chong. Chong, stand for the picture, please. Okay, thank you, Chong. Next is Kaya Kige, most dynamic boy. Super work, Kaya. Thank you. Next is Kome Kinoti, most open. He's very open for me. Stand for the picture, Kome. Thank you, Kome. Next is Michael Jordan, most obedient. The most obedient boy in our class. Look. Thank you, Michael. And the last but not least is Jasmine Rochit. She's the most accommodating girl in our class. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3.